Launching and growing a successful auto repair shop is no easy task. It takes know-how, great service, and a great location, but it also takes a great understanding of your numbers. So in this video, I'm going to give you a high-level view of the numbers that you should master before launching your auto repair shop. So it really all comes down to your sales, your gross profit margin, and your overhead expenses. And as you'll see, there's a whole bunch of levers that we can try to pull or push to impact these numbers. But let's start with sales. So for an auto repair shop, in almost every situation, the shop is going to live or die based on getting enough regulars to support the shop with repeat visits. So job number one when you open is to target and acquire those regular loyal customers that will visit again and again. In order to do that, you're going to need to bring a whole lot of new people into the shop, right? So to start, we typically expect that you'll spend some advertising dollars to acquire those first-time visitors to the shop. You might do some direct mail coupons or free or discounted services to get new customers in the door. Now, once that first-time visitor arrives, your goal is to delight them with the product, service, and experience so that they convert into regular customers. And why are those regulars so important? Well, think about it this way. If you need 1,000 customers per month to come to the shop, wouldn't it be much easier to find 3,000 loyal customers that come once every 3 months instead of having to find 1,000 new people each and every month? Eventually, you're going to run out of new people to visit the shop, and you're going to have to rely on those loyal customers. So ultimately, your sales projections are as simple as the total number of loyal customers times the average customer spend per customer per month. And according to Liberty Mutual Insurance, the average American household spends $817 per year on vehicle repairs and maintenance, or approximately $70 per month. So your number of loyal customers times $70 per month should give you a good starting point on your potential sales. Now, each service or product that you sell will have a different gross profit margin, right? Typical profit margins on sales for parts range between 20 and 28%, while profit margins on labor range between 50 and 65%. So you'll want to make sure that you set your prices at a level that hit these industry average gross profit margins. So let's say you're aiming for a 60% gross profit margin. That means your labor cost should be 40% of what you charge for that particular service. Let me give you an example of how you ought to think about this. Let's say you have a detailed inspection service that takes an hour and a half of technician labor and half an hour of admin labor, and your total hourly labor cost is $20 per hour. So you have $40 in labor costs, and you want to aim for 60% gross profit margins. So you would need to price this inspection service at $100. Does that make sense? We've talked about sales now and gross profit, and now the final piece of the profitability puzzle is your overhead expenses. Your overhead expenses are those expenses like rent, salaries and wages, utilities, advertising, etc. And you'll need to calculate all of your overhead expenses for your specific shop. There's no industry average we can use here because every shop is in a different location, it's a different size, provides different services, so this is specific to your shop. Now let's say it all adds up to $10,000 per month. Now we have all the pieces we need to figure out exactly what it will take for you to be profitable. I'm going to go back to high school algebra class and help you kind of figure out how you're going to calculate your break-even now. So to determine your break-even, the calculation will be monthly product sales times the gross profit margin on products, and then monthly labor sales times your gross profit on labor minus your overhead expenses equals 0. Now why 0? Because when this equation equals 0, that means you're breaking even. You're not showing any profit, you're not having any loss, and you're just breaking even. Now keep in mind that you'll likely have higher profit margins on services than material sales, so labor sales are going to have a greater impact on your ability to reach break even. So for simplicity's sake in this example, let's assume that your labor and gross profit margins will be 60% and your material gross profit margins will be 40%. And let's assume you sell exactly the same dollar amount of labor as you do materials. So this would mean that your average gross profit margin would be exactly 50%. Now let's say your monthly sales are sitting right at $10,000 a month, and we said we had a 50% gross profit margin. So 10,000 times 50% equals $5,000 in gross profit. But we said that we had $10,000 in overhead expenses each month. So we have a loss in this scenario of $5,000 each month. So if you remember from algebra class, in order to calculate how much in sales we need to generate in order to break even, we can add 10,000 to 0 and then divide by 50%, which is our gross profit margin, and then we'll be left with the amount of sales we need to break even. So in this example, that's $10,000 divided by 50% equals $20,000 in sales each month required to break even. Now let's say you go through your sales projections and you don't think you're going to be able to hit $20,000 in monthly sales. Well, you do have some options. You can find ways to reduce your overhead expenses, or you can find ways to increase your profit margins, like raising your prices or focusing more on higher profit margin labor services versus materials. So there's a crash course on projecting your break-even for your auto repair shop. Now, we actually have a financial projection template that is built specifically for auto repair shops that's going to help you lay all of these costs and sales assumptions out and just make this really easy for you to calculate. So next, I'm going to dive into the details of our template and actually show you how to build out your financial projections.